of our show, Akwaba Wezo. Welcome.
That's it. Thank you.
The Music TV's Culture Daily. Charlie vibes there.
How did you just say Wezo? Are you assuming the Demmi is Edem?
No, I just said Wezo because I always had the word to it. Have you started with Akwaba?
It's okay. If you should get married. Though.
No, he's married.
Do you know something?
He's a married man.
It doesn't matter,
with children who are my nieces, and his wife is my sister.
I love the chemistry.
I'm not interested. I don't like married men. Don't say that thing. Thank you. What?
Why did you just give the guy your whole Wikipedia? Your skin has come to power.
Oh, you see, in case he doesn't know, I'm telling him. Cyril, I'll leave the show today for you.
It doesn't matter like that.
I mean, I think if you have a consent, then
yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got consent a long time.
Huh? It's a lie.
Charlie, but anyway, enough about that. Charlie, welcome once again.
Thank you for having me.
Those were some lo-fi, cool vibes. Tell us all about it. Where did such a talent, such a desire to deliver these things start from for you?
I mean, I've been doing it for a minute, and I mean, generally, professionally, I started like 2016, and I've been trying to find my sound. I started with rap, basically from like uni, and I was writing a lot, and then I went to Nigeria for a while, and someone told me that I had to be African, because I am African. And that's what changed my mentality, that okay, I have to start making African music. But I wanted to make it my own way, so then I like the fusion thing where you add a lot of different genres together and then still create beautiful music. So you will still hear the African bounce in there, you will still hear some log drums in there, you will still hear the cool R&B tones in there, and that is where I find my creativity from. It's the fusion of worlds, and I think I have been working on that for the past few years. Since I dropped my first song, 2021, it's been a magical journey because I've been finding new sounds, because I've always loved my development and always want to push the limits of what I've been doing.
You mentioned uni and rap and all that, but before uni, did music play any part in your formative years?
Yes, I come from a family where they love music, which when I say this, not that they do music, nobody does music. My sisters have a good voice, but they don't sing. They work in a 9-to-5 job. But growing up, I would hear a lot of cools, a lot of R&B, a lot, there's always Mariah Carey
love
playing.
Songs.
Yes, love songs. So they were always in my head. And then what happened is that I discovered Wizkid. I discovered Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne, when I was in class 6. And I was obsessed with what he was doing, because before that I was just listening to R&B, and I found someone who was rapping and was doing something way different. I was like, oh, damn, this man is so cool. So I started buying those lyric books, and then I started learning the lyrics. So I'll go to school and then I'll rap those same lyrics to them on the beat. So you hear flows like Amelie, and then we will be. So that's where the interest came from. But at that time I was just doing it for fun, because I liked what I was seeing, and I just wanted to emulate it to my friends. And then it grew into me writing for myself in high school. And then I was like, okay, let me record my first song, and I did it in 2016 in uni. And then, so that's the process. So I think hearing a lot of good music growing up has influenced my chain of thought, and I have come to really, really believe that this is something I have been given. And when I pay close attention, or when I started paying close attention to it, I saw that it's beautiful, and that is how I want to channel my life right now. So
you mentioned going to Nigeria and someone saying to you that you should sound African. What was the reason for that? For the person asking you to sound African, and since that was said to you, how has it impacted your music? What difference have you seen in the music?
So when I went there, I had like those tapes that we drop on SoundCloud. So I had my SoundCloud era where I was from 2016 to 2021. I was just dropping songs on SoundCloud, but they were all trap songs. So when I got to Nigeria, I told someone I could make music, and they asked me to play some. And I went to my SoundCloud and I played some of the songs I made. I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. I have a great voice, but it doesn't sound original. It sounds like, okay, you're trying to emulate. And I mean, at that time, I would listen to someone like Travis Scott and everybody, and that is what you feel like doing. Yeah, that's what you're trying to channel. And I was like, okay. Then when he said that it doesn't feel original, I was like, then what can I make that would feel original? And that is where I knew that I was African. And he said, let me just be, when you're singing, talk like an African man. Let your lingo be African. Let your people understand you. If that happens, you will find your originality. And then in 2021, I started practicing that consistently. And then I found some originality in what I do right now. And then I found a sound, I found an identity in it. And I love that. I listened to that advice, and then it has shaped my perspective.
So you're not Nigerian?
No, not at all. I'm Ghanaian. I'm from Noasupong. Yes, I grew up in Pong, to be precise, around the Volta region.
Okay.
I see.
I went to Adisado College. I went to Ghana Telecom. I just went to Nigeria for 2 years for work, right after uni.
What work was that?
I was an IT personnel for like a company. I had like a 2-year contract with them.
Okay. Okay. So
So
how
that-
are you combining music? Are you still doing IT?
No.
Oh wow.
I mean, it was a contract. When I came back, I wanted to do music. And
So you're doing music full time?
Yeah, full time. I don't do.
In this
But the
economy?
beautiful trick is that I am an engineer also.
okay.
So I produce for a lot of people.
Okay.
So that is how I make some.
Are there
bread
some
from
notable
them
people that
yeah.
you produce for?
Bisakide.
Okay.
I did a song with Master Mason for him.
Okay.
I've been with Ghetto Boy. I've made songs with RDG.
Okay.
A lot of people that
I see.
yeah.
Because I was wondering how you're doing music full time in this economy as a.
It's crazy right now, but I mean, it's something I want to do. I have read that you become by being. If you want to be an artist, you have to be an artist. You can't want to be an artist and then sometimes you go. If you see Ronaldo, he wants to be a footballer. If you see him, you see football.
Yeah.
I want someone to look at me and be like, yeah, he does music.
Okay.
If not, he does his work and he raps
Yeah,
sometimes.
I feel you. So how is the current economic crisis that the country is facing affecting your vision?
I mean, you know how promotions work. And you know how our currency is thriving against other
Because an
currencies.
engineer, you're importing, you're supposed to import products or
Exactly.
buy products.
So you would want to, you want to pay for some type of promotion. At first, when it was $200, the value is not the same. So you see that you want to make some promotion, you have this budget in like 3 months' time. That budget is weak, and you can't use that same amount of money to push that project that you want to. So like everything keeps going up, but the money you are making is still the
More,
same.
yeah.
So then it's affecting like all the push that you want to make. You end up getting like the smallest of what you actually could get if the economy was all right. So it's like it's deflating your balloon. It's like you are trying to do so much, but you get it.
Okay. No, go.
In not wanting to do, other things and just focus on the music, right? In the next couple of years, I mean, you have said yourself how the economy is no economy. I mean, everybody is feeling the heat of the economy, right? But long term, do you see yourself branching into other areas in entertainment still?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to having deals and collaborating with a lot of people. As I am an engineer, I make music from like the scratch. I can produce, I can mix and master, and I want to impact a lot of people with that. There are so many projects that I do for free, and there are so many projects that I do for paid reasons. And I do the free ones also because I want the connections that I'm building, trying to build my own empire around what I know how to do. So I just believe that in anything, one thing that in any situation, the biggest thing you can use to thrive is skills. The more you have more skill set, the more you know how to navigate a lot of things. Sometimes not just the music. I have been in good rooms just because I have to be there for production. Maybe probably someone has heard my music through that. So I think it's just enabling yourself through the crisis, because the crisis will not leave. So now that I know the crisis will not leave, I'm trying to apply the skills I am gaining. I'm trying to gain more skills so that you become more sustainable. Because the more skills you have, the more you want, like the more people want to hire you to do more works, and then you can balance that out.
Okay.
And you'll be fine.
Speaking about the times we're in, the genres have kind of taken a bend. Everything is Afro. You started out with rap, you're an engineer, you've worked with the likes of Bisa, who's not your typical Afrobeats artist, and then you are in that space as well. Has it been difficult trying to find your unique sound while also trying to play to, the tide, the current tide that's flowing?
I think the beautiful thing is that I enjoy creativity amongst genres. That is why I don't believe in locking a genre being low. I don't think that every genre is self-sustainable. Every one of them is fused. Like if you listen to any music or any song right now, it is not originally just, if it's Balongo you're hearing, they have added piano to it, and they have added some things to it. So that is where you are adding different words to it. So it is just seeing that the sound is growing so fast. If you look at other genres, for example, like hip hop, the drum patterns can just be one. And if you study the drum patterns of hip hop, it is boom, chi, boom, boom, that underlying thing. But if you listen to Afrobeat, the reason why it confuses a lot of people is that there are 10 million drum patterns to Afrobeat. Because it's a swing type of melody. You can swing it, you can swing it anyhow you want it. So I think it confuses a lot of people, but the underlying thing is that it is African. That rhythm that we keep on hearing, that rhythm that is confusing everybody, that would say that it is Afrofusion, it is Afrobeat. It is the same melody, it is the same rhythm. If you truly listen to it, whether it's a slow song, whether it's a fast song, they all come from the underlying Afrobeat melody. So I think Afrobeat is like the big genre. We have a lot of big genres, but we definitely have a lot of sub-genres that people would want to play around just because of the freedom of exploring what
Do
we
you
want.
produce your own stuff?
Yeah, a lot of my own stuff.
Is that just a creative choice, or it's easier to, when you envisage the thing, to bring it to life than to sit with somebody else? Because I know artists who are also producers who hate producing for themselves.
Yeah. I don't know. If you ask my manager and I'm making music, it's like discovery. And it's always like a challenge for me. So I always enjoy the process because I'll be doing something and then I will try to do it very, very unorthodox. And then I hear something, I'm like, ooh, and then I smile. So usually when it comes to like delivery and making music, I try to let it happen like in the moment and not so much have like a fixed way of doing it. So I never feel like I am boxed into like a specific situation when it comes to like the creative process. So in thinking about how I want to create, I think it is so easy for me to create for myself because I have like a picture of what I want to make. That is like the first thing. And in the start of me creating for myself, it was a financial choice because I couldn't get everything I wanted because everything you have to pay for it. I have to pay for B. As a certain perhaps money it's like a certain budget to do that, but that budget depleted over time. I was like, okay, if I want to be consistent releasing music the way I want to, I have to start creating more music by myself. And that is when I started producing. And I was like, okay. So it was solely by myself. Like I wasn't making music for anybody for like a year or two. So it was consistent practice of just making music for me. So when I started making it for people, they were like, okay, he knows what
did you learn within that year of practice?
So I learned how to play the piano within that year of practice. And then I learned how to engineer a song properly. So, for example, I've heard it so many times. You see how right now music is set up with this whole choir effect. I've heard how a lot of people do it, but all the people who've worked with me, that is one of the specialties. You see how an engineer has that is one of the things I can do. If you listen to my songs and you listen to how the backings are arranged, nobody does it like that.
Like a signature edit.
Yeah, exactly. So like I have gained some signature things by consistently practicing some unique things, and then I have seen how some people have loved that particular setup and want to incorporate into our music. So I just enjoy finding out new things. And
you mentioned collaborations, right? And having to do some work with some people just to, build that friendship or relationship, working relationship, right? Okay. Should you be given the chance to mention a few people you would want to work with, in industry, free or not, in Ghana? Which would these people be?
How many people?
Maybe 5.
I set myself up for that. Maybe I should have just said one. Okay, but 5, Black Sheriff.
Okay.
It's my number 1. Jackie. Number 2. I would love a verse from Stoneboy.
Stoneboy, okay.
If I'm going to put this because it's a notable mention, if Dasibra was alive, Dasibra Jamina was alive, I would have loved to make a song with him. And fifth person.
Oh, still 3.
It's still 3.
Black or Jackie, Stoneboy. We are not adding Dasibra, God versus Soul.
Okay, so I think I want to make a song with Asaka Boys.
Asaka.
Yes.
And then the last.
The last
fifth?
will be Kim Promise.
Okay. What is it about these five
Okay.
people?
I mean, I'm even curious to find out why Dasabre. What is it about Dasabre that you got introduced to that?
My mom listened to a lot of Dasabre like when I was growing up.
Okay.
And funny enough, I always say this. I feel like I'm a reincarnation of the man.
Wow.
I just discovered it like from like 6 months ago. I've noticed that whenever I am singing, I'm making melodies. Most of the time when I reach like a bridge or a hook, his songs will start playing in my head.
Oh wow.
So I'll catch a hook like and then sometimes it comes to my head and I edit it to make my own melody. So I have songs that you will hear a lot of his references.
Okay.
I have a lot of songs that you hear a lot of reference from Dasabre from. Wow. So it's been one of the things that happened.
Now beyond that, I was going to ask before Lily came in, what is it about Jackie, Kim Promise, Stone Boy, Black Hole, and the Asaka Boys that will make you want to work with them?
They're inspirational and they're unique. I like how those specific people have used their uniqueness to elevate their craft. If you listen to all of them, they do things that are not like very, very unconventional. If you listen to Black Sheriff, he doesn't sound like anything we've heard before. Yeah. If you listen to Jackie, the way Jackie sings, I haven't heard anybody singing that low, any female sing that low and hit it that perfect. And you know that's Asaka Boys now. That one it goes without saying. You, that type of energy. And I mean, look at Kim Promise. She's a blueprint to successful Ghana music right now. And Stone Boy is like a legend. I love so much. And I mean, I love all the other legends, like Graceful Sarkodie and everybody. And I definitely would want a verse from Sarkodie, definitely. But I mean, you gave me 5, so
yeah.
I had to.
Well, let's hope that the stars align.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
Lots of interesting choices there, and of course, still a lot of work to do, but it's been great conversation thus far. It's been nice to understand your journey, your drive for this, and of course, the bold decision, like Olele asked, to jump on this and hustle it through. And I think we wish you the best. We definitely love what you did, and we're going to be playing that back for our viewers to catch it. So before we go, your social media platforms where we can follow you, connect with you, and of course, your last words.
So my last words are, I have a mixtape coming.
All right.
I know a lot of people don't do mixtapes in this country, but I have a mixtape coming, and it's going to be called Hometown Hero. It would feature a lot of Avengers. I call them Avengers. There are a lot of new sounds that are coming up, and it has everybody on it. Every new sound that you know of is going to be on that tape, and that tape is going to change the sound.
Come on now.
I'm telling you, that is one of the things I'm saying. By June, when that tape is out, I know you people would testify that, these are the songs that are impacting the industry right now. And I mean, I believe that so much. And go listen to some of the work we've done so far on all our streaming platforms. Just type Demmi, Demmi. On social media, it's Uncle Demmi. Uncle UNCLE Demmi. I mean, the uncle is like my alter ego, so there's a whole
different story
behind it. So that's how you find me, and make sure you go listen. If you listen, you'll find out, because the sound is amazing.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, Demmi.